across Nigeria. Welcome to Health Thursday here on the Morning Crossfire. By the way, Health Thursday is open for sponsorship. So if you like to sponsor the entire 1 hour of Health Thursday, you're most welcome to initiate a conversation with us. Just say hello to us. Info at nigeriainfo.fm. That is info at nigeriainfo.fm. Again, like I always say, on Health Thursday, we don't diagnose. All we do is to enlighten, to educate you about your health, or maybe some health conversation or health related conversations around town. All right, so you're welcome to the show. I'm Sheriff Quadry, and look, it's very good to know that you're there. You can watch this on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can be a part of this conversation this morning. I've got Dr. Macaulay Tochukwu, Senior Registrar at the Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital, Yaba, Lagos, with me. He's a mental health advocate. He's known by many on social media as Dr. TM. Dr. TM, the medical truth. That's at Dr.TM _ the medical truth. That is how you can locate Dr. Tochukwu on social media this morning. Dr. Tochukwu, good morning to you, and thank you for joining us on the show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on the show again.
Oh, fantastic. So last week we started a conversation on addiction, and this week we are about to delve deeper into that conversation. That's why we started Addiction Part 2. It's not that we're addicted to it, but we just want to enlighten people on the topic addiction generally. Reports indicate the proliferation of online sports betting, lotteries, slot machines. They've increased in accessibility rates by people, but we're not limiting this conversation to gambling addiction alone. We are widening the conversation. As a matter of fact, Dr. Tochukwu, I want to speak to you. I want us to start this conversation about internet addiction. Please confirm first and foremost if that's a thing. Can people get addicted to the internet, to their phone, to browsing, to social media? Is that a thing?
Yes, definitely. Addiction is something that causes people to get really attached to something, especially if they're getting some sort of reward or benefit at some point. So the fact that something gives you joy and you do it repeatedly, even if it's internet or a particular game or a particular video game that you keep doing, and that particular game doesn't allow other things, or it makes you neglect other important things that you're supposed to do, I can confidently say that you might be addicted to whatever it is, be it internet or a game.
Dr. Tochukwu, let's expand this for a bit. So I use internet, I use my phone, but subconsciously I keep picking up my phone every now and again, even though I don't know why I'm picking the phone. Like I just drop the phone, then I'm doing something else. Well, I'm just, first of all, you're caressing the phone as if the phone is your baby. Then you pick it up, you just do one nonsense on it, then you drop it again. In another 5 seconds, you pick it up. Am I addicted?
Like I said, everybody has the perception of what gambling, addiction is. Of course, like I said, is it affecting you? That's the point we need to make. Is it affecting your relationship with other people? Are you, because of the phone, someone is having a conversation with you, you are ignoring that person? Your family members, people that you love, and people that always look up to you, can they easily approach you without you having your phone in your hand and you are giggling or looking at something without paying attention?
But don't we all,
Dr.
Tochukwu, sorry, but don't we all do that? We pick up our phone in the middle of a conversation. Even within the family, everybody is looking at their phone as against interacting, human to human interaction. At what point do we determine, we are all addicted to our phones or our gadgets, whatever the case may be? At what point do we determine that?
I guess the next question I'll have to ask is how much time do you spend on your phone? Is it something you spend most of 24 hours of a day on your phone? You're spending out of 24 hours in a day, you are spending 20 hours on your phone, and then the
Uh-uh.
remaining 4 hours, you're spending it on your family and other relationships. So those are things, like I said, it's something that you have to really look at and take into account some of these things and look at it objectively. How much time, how much of my energy, how much of my resources am
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
spending on this particular thing I'm involved in? That will determine if that person is addicted or not.
Hmm. I want us to now pick this addiction up one after the other. Let's start with smoking. Smoking addiction. Someone takes one stick, two sticks, three maybe. I mean, it's not affecting them. Some can even take one pack, two packs in a day. It's not affecting them. They still, going about their normal activities. Can we say that such a person is addicted to smoking?
Yeah, so like I said earlier, addiction is something that is it cuts across all substances, psychoactive substances, ranging from alcohol to even the most illicit psychoactive substance. So the thing is that if a person takes a few sticks every now and um and get to have the pleasure, the reward, the joy, the highness, so to
Yeah.
speak,
Mm-hmm.
from the whatever it is that the person is using, and that person goes back every now and then, and the only goal of that person and the person what the person wants is to get that feeling from it. Every now and then he goes
Yeah.
to get that high feeling. I can confidently say that that person might be getting addicted to whatever it is, even if it is 4 sticks of cigarettes, like you said. But like I said, addiction is a broad concept. Yeah, it's not just about going to smoke and getting a high feeling. There are
Hmm.
other things I want to look at broadly. The relationship with other people, how has it affected you? Your health, you know that it's affecting your health, your physical health.
Mm-hmm.
You're coughing, you're probably having other medical symptoms, and you are still smoking. You know that on the packet of a cigarette, they say that smokers are liable to die young. You
Yeah.
see it on the packet every
Yeah.
now and then. And it's said by the people who advertise these cigarettes, the companies that advertise this cigarette. Yet you still go ahead to use all of these things, they scream addiction one way or another.
Hmm. Dr. Tochukwu, I'm glad that you have gone to all of those areas. But because we didn't have enough time to get calls in last week, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be coming in and out of this interview to get Lagos to chime in on our conversation because I want us to talk about other forms of addiction. Um, uh, because I've heard quite a number of people who have said a number of things that they were at one point or the other addicted to, and they are no more addicted to it. On whether people can actually get out of addiction on their own without doing anything. We'll come to all of that in a moment. But Lagos, if you got questions for my guest, feel free. It's very, very much allowed. Last week we couldn't get your thoughts in. So please get your thoughts across to us on WhatsApp 0809 597 5805 on WhatsApp. That is 0809 597 5805 on WhatsApp. Female only line is 0201 465 7190. That is 0201 465 7190. And male only line is 0201 2770993. That is 0201 2770993. That's for male callers. If you got questions from my guest, just go straight to the point. Once I pick your call, just go straight to the point. I'll take your messages as well. But like I said, I'm going to be shuffling into my own questions because I've got quite a number here with me. And also, please turn off your radio if you're calling in. It's very important. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Quadry.
Good morning, ma'am.
How are you today?
Very well, thank you.
My name is Salome.
Welcome.
Yes. I'm happy to hear your voice with Dr. TM this morning.
Good to have you.
Dr. TM, good morning. Hello, Dr. TM.
Yeah,
Good morning.
He can hear you.
Good morning. Good morning. I can hear you.
Okay. Thanks so much for the topic you are discussing on addiction. I don't really have questions, but I want to greet you, say you are doing well.
Okay, thank you.
My name is Salome.
Welcome, Salome.
Tochukwu, well done, eh?
Okay, it's like Salome knows you, Dr. TM, eh?
I'm not sure.
Okay, let's take another call. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Sherry.
Yes, please. Morning to you.
This is Oboli calling from Ikorodu.
You're welcome.
Good morning, Dr. TM. So let me start by talking about, because I wanted to call last week, but then there was no time. Gambling, betting addiction.
Yeah.
Someone I know said she wasn't drawn into it initially, but whenever they say that the more you do it, the more your chances of winning, she started doing it, and before she knew it, she was blown away by it. So how can she come out of it? And my own addiction is based on radio. Is there anything wrong if I'm addicted to my radio? Those are my questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you too. I mean, as a matter of fact, that is also part of my. I would add. My own is even expanded more than radio stuff. Well, let's take one more call before we go to Dr. TM. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Sherry.
Yes, please. Morning to you.
Yeah, my name is Rodney from Ikoyi.
Welcome.
Yeah, Sherry, mine is smoking.
Smoking. Okay.
Yes. If I eat, if I have not smoked, it's like I have not eaten. I cannot eat anything without. As a matter of fact, I have to get my stick ready before I eat. I cannot. It's like just I have not eaten. I've tried enough several times to stop it, and I don't know how I can stop it.
Okay.
If I must eat, I must get my stick of cigarettes ready. So it's like when I finish my food, I'm not taking my stick.
How many sticks after food or before food?
After food, one is okay, but I can take it as many times as possible in a day.
Okay.
But after eating, I must smoke. After that, I can smoke. Maybe in a day, I can take maybe 10, 12 sticks in a day. But I must have a stick at least after food. So I want to stop that of a food, and I don't know how to stop it. How do I stop it?
Okay. All right. Dr. TM, over to you. Over to you. Over to you. Let's hear you.
Okay, thank you very much for the questions. I'll start with the second caller, or rather the third caller. The man who smokes and he has to smoke after having his meal, and it looks as if he doesn't smoke, he's not going to be able to be content,
right?
Or he's not going to feel like himself. So that's already it's already sounding like a problem already, because if you have to eat and then to have a drag or something, then that means you're just about.
Dr. Tochukwu, are you with us?
Yeah, it seems as if it's re-echoing, so I keep hearing myself and it's interfering.
Sorry about that.
So, back to what I was saying. Yeah. Back to what I was saying, it looks as if that's a problem already, because if you see smoking or a pack of cigarettes as an alternate source of food, then it's already becoming a big problem, because that means for every food that you eat, you must have a couple of cigarettes in order to feel like yourself. That would require a lot of treatment eventually, and having to seek help from a professional. There are problems that can result from smoking cigarettes. And no matter how nutritious the meal you're having is, you're taking something that is not supposed to be in your system or something that's foreign. So there are problems that can result. It might affect your lungs, it might affect other vital organs in the body. And at this point, we're not just talking about addiction as a problem. We're talking about other problems, other medical problems that could result, such that even when we've come down with these medical problems, addiction now becomes a secondary matter that might not be so relevant at that point. Saving your life is the important thing rather than even the addiction. So I would advise that you try to cut down on your use of those cigarettes. But if you're finding it difficult, I guess that's the reason why we're having the radio show. Quadry, I'm sure he will not allow me leave this show.
No, you will not.
So obviously,
you are going nowhere.
Talk about the treatment. So definitely we'll talk about the treatment, and I hope that you'll be able to listen very well regarding how we manage who are addicted to gambling.
Right. So I'm going to quickly just recap the second caller's question about addiction to radio. So I want to expand it to addiction to the media generally, to the news, to music, the consumption of the media, addiction to it. How can someone, because you see, the funny thing is, you can be listening to radio and then be able to function and do things. But then when you know, how do you know that you're addicted to it? You can be listening to music and function with it. I know students who can't even read without music playing. I know doctors who can listen to some type of music. At least one doctor, one surgeon that I know. He must listen to some type of music before he goes in, or while during a procedure. He just has to do that, because according to him, it calms him down. Like, how do we define that? What level is that addiction as well? The consumption of music, consumption of radio, TV, all the time. Yeah, that's my question.
Okay, so the thing about addiction is that starts from a small level and then it gradually gets worse over time. So for a lot of people, let me say for example, or let me use gambling for example. It starts with one or two games every now and then subsequently they start to bring money, cash into it.
Yeah.
And then subsequently, they start to win a lot of money. They get that thrill. And then if they were gambling maybe once in a month or once in a week, they start to increase to almost every day.
Dr. Tochukwu,
and then
I'm afraid I'm going to have to come back to you. I need to head out now. Let's take this break. When we return, I'll allow you to conclude what you're saying.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
25 naira per share, and for every 6 share I hold, I get one more.
What are you doing?
I am counting the numbers I get from over 5 billion shares. FBN Holdings is giving existing shareholders the chance to buy more shares at 25 naira each. This means that if you already have shares in FBN Holdings, you can get one new one for every 6 you own, and there are over 5.9 billion shares available. Don't miss out. Own a share of tomorrow with FBN Holdings rights issue. The offer opens from the 4th November to 12th December 2024. Visit your stockbroker or any First Bank branch, or go to fbnholdings.com to get started. You can also access the offer directly on your First mobile banking app. FBN Holdings. Own your share of tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, Welcome aboard Pulse Fiesta Airlines Flight 2024, departing to a fun December destination.
On December 8th, Queen's Park Event Center, Lagos. Prepare for an exciting journey packed with games, comedy, DJs, and the best hype man in town. Oh, and passengers, brace yourselves for the main event. Ruga, live on stage, plus top Nigerian artists. Tickets are just 5,000 naira. Tickets available at bit.ly/PulseFiesta24. That is bit.ly/PulseFiesta24.
Looking for ways to overcome challenges in your career journey? The perfect time to step into a world of opportunity is now. At Markets for You, a trusted, well-renowned online training company with over 17 years of experience and customers spread across the globe. Discover a new way to earn and learn by copying top traders from around the world. No previous experience required. If you're over 18, you can start earning profits from the comfort of your home today. Visit www.marketsforyou.com or call 0912-779-0500, 0912-779-0500 today to start your journey towards financial independence with Markets for You.
Who says you can't have it all with one play?
I got that defined point. You have just won yourself.
Congratulations.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Melitus. One player, don't talk to two players because you won 20K.
So now you won yourself 20,000 naira. My name is Well Done. Okay, well done. You want to tell you well done? You won yourself 20,000 naira.
With 500 naira, you can play to win big from 120,000 naira to 190,000 naira daily on Nigeria Info. Go to oneplay.ng and play with 500 naira, and in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. Or dial *347 *880 *3#. Win daily on Nigeria Info. 50,000 naira on Morning Crossfire. 60,000 naira on WhatsApp Lagos. 20,000 naira on Sunnyside, and 60,000 naira on Game On. So Lagos, what are you waiting for? The more you play, the better your chances of winning. Remember to dial *347 *880 *3#. Play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18.
No matter what I do, you love me unconditionally. You show up for me every day. No matter when I show you.
A mother's love is unconditional. Nothing serves this love better than a bowl of Indomie. So, show some love with Indomie.
Show me love. You show me love.
Ida of trading himself. James, hello.
Susan, I beg. Say you the wine me.
For where? You who no longer depend solely on your salary.
So you people trade and don't carry us along in this office, Abby?
Jerry, now you they talk like this? Who doesn't want an extra stream of income? But I'm still looking for better trading conditions, I beg. Fast execution of my trades and possibly an account where swap no go carry all my profits where I no know.
Guy, HFM.com.
For me, I wouldn't mind better spreads at all, and it won't be a bad idea to be able to make withdrawals in a flash.
All we want is transparency and great customer service.
Guys, I said HFM.com.
Which one is HFM.com again?
Switch to HFM today to enjoy ultra-fast execution, 1 to 2,000 leverage, tight spreads, swap-free, and more.
Guy, show us the way now.
Wait, are you sure deposits and withdrawals are sharp?
I said HFM.com. Visit www.hfm.com. HFM, online trading at its finest.
Introducing the new improved Bobo yogurt. Oh yes, Bobo, your child's special and favorite drink, now comes in a new improved better form with much more value. The Bobo yogurt. It is creamier, smoother, yummier, and tastier. Also rich in probiotics and minerals, and comes in a whole new 180 ml blue bottle. And of course, your Bobo milk drink continues to shine brighter in its apple, vanilla, and orange flavors to make your children bright, sharp, happy, and stay healthy. Available in shops and markets nationwide. Products of Bobo Foods and Beverages.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Christmas. This is your number one station for talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Beautiful morning to you, Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome back to the Morning Crossfire. Dr. TM, Dr. Macaulay Tochukwu, Senior Registrar at Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital, Yaba, is on the show with us this morning, and we've been having great conversation on addiction generally. Before I go to Dr. Tochukwu, I'm going to just quickly look through the messages that I have here to be able to, put together the questions that I'm going to put to Dr. In fact, probably we'll just go straight to treatment because of time. I know time flies by so quickly on the show. So I have this message here that says, I'm fed up. Please, I need help. I'm dying. Good morning, sir. Sir, I seriously need help. I'm addicted to gambling, and this is causing so many pains in my life. Please, sir, I need help. I want an end to these destructive and shameful ways of life. And he says, I'm in pain, and this is affecting me psychologically. Please help me out. No name. So, look, you are free to call in and decide to remain anonymous. We allow that, as a matter of fact. You can decide to be anonymous if you want to be anonymous. You can send me a message and ask me not to mention your name, or don't even put your name at all. Okay. This person says, in my case, I have over 4 radio stations with different political news I don't miss. And I mostly do this online with my data and time. And if by any chance I miss any of the program, I will always try my best to go back and listen to it where possible. Please help ask doctor if that is an addiction and possibly consequences of it. Okay, I've noted that down. I'm going to ask Dr. TM as well. I have this one that says, can listening to radio all the time where possible be classified as addiction, even though I don't think so? Okay, that's what Dr. Tochukwu was explaining earlier, and he will get to it right now because I'm going to go back to him. I just want to put out all of these comments, some of these comments that have coming, so that he can properly deal with it. My own addiction is taking alcohol just to get appetite for food. Although all throughout yesterday I did not eat a single thing, but I knew that it was necessary for me to eat food. So to make that possible, I had to get some sachet of alcohol, drink them. Then hours later, I got appetite for food. Please, how can I deal with this? OC Sentani. OC, thank you for sharing your thought. Dr. Tochukwu, welcome back. So you were trying to explain addiction to media consumption, whether it was a thing. Please go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay. So, as I was saying earlier, don't get me wrong. Everybody has 1 or 2 hobbies that they like, or should I say habits that they cannot just get rid of. There are people who find certain things soothing, certain activities pleasurable, and they are quite harmless. Don't get me wrong, those things are fine. Whatever it is that keeps you going, that reduces your stress levels. If it is playing music every now and then while reading. For me personally, when I read, I have to have earpiece in my ears to listen to really upbuilding music that just keeps me going. But I will not, because I don't have music, decide not to read for an exam and then in the process fail the exam. So you can see that there's a difference between person A and person B. Right. Person A, music or no music, I can read. I can definitely study without music or with music. With music, probably I might study a lot better. I might feel a lot more happier, but it's not going to affect me. The other person, I cannot do without music. I need to have some sort of music going through my eardrums and before I can be able to study. So these are 2 different people. And obviously the second person is addicted to it because you cannot do without music or gambling or a psychoactive substance. You need this thing in order to feel alive, to go on with other regular activities. And then you start to see that these things start to affect you, because when you have family members who notice these things and they're not comfortable with it, they're going to they're going to challenge you, they're going to ask you, they're going to be a bit frank with you because they're your family members. And so one thing will lead to another, and then you are going to be in some sort of denial, and you're going to be angry, and you're going to be upset. Why are you telling me this? I am not addicted, I am not dependent on this. And it causes some level of disharmony in the family, not just family, marital relationship. Your employer starts to complain too when you are spending so much time on your phone and you're not attending to clients that's supposed to be attended to. You know, danger is around you. There's a noise. Somebody is being hurt because of your phone. You are not taking cognizance of the fact that something around you is happening. You are totally in your own world. These are things that happen, and it starts really small. It starts at a small level, and then it graduates over time. So that is why I guess the reason for this radio show, for us to see these things and know it. You gamble every now and then, fine, but just put it at the back of your mind that this gambling every now and then may turn into a persistent activity for you. If it is alcohol, smoking, what have you, gaming, video gaming, as harmless as it is, you're playing your video game, it's sweet, it's enjoyable, but every now and then you do it, and other things that you're supposed to focus on. Life is not about video games alone. Other things that you're supposed to focus on, your education, your life as it is. Sometimes even just having a walk down the beach, just taking some time for yourself, you no longer have that time. Bathing, brushing your teeth, going to the hospital. So I guess that is when it has become a problem, and it is something that we need to seek treatment for. Should I move on to the next question?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay, so the next question, if I remember correctly, was about someone who uses alcohol in order to
eat,
boost his appetite.
Right.
So I would say, first of all, if someone is having problems with his appetite, then there must be something wrong somewhere, because naturally we humans have been created by God definitely to eat, and so we're supposed to have appetite. So if there's something wrong with the appetite, then there's something wrong somewhere. So I would like to ask this person has gone to a healthcare facility to find out what the problem is. Has he asked the doctor? Has he consulted the doctor and asked him or her why he's having these problems with his appetite? And while that person is thinking about that question, I also want to say that alcohol is not safe.
Okay.
Not safe for you to be using, especially for the fact that he says that he uses a sachet. That's right. A spirit.
Yes.
Which has a very large concentration of alcohol. And alcohol has been known to cause a lot of medical illnesses, ranging from hypertension to diabetes to even cancer.
Quite a number of them.
It's alarming. So you using it harmlessly, so to speak, in order to boost your appetite may not be the best option. So it's better that you seek treatment and then see the reason why you're having these appetite problems, and then get proper treatment without resorting. You can see now that's affecting you because you did not eat yesterday, according to what you said, because you didn't have alcohol, I guess. So only when you have alcohol, that is when you can eat. So it's something that you cannot do without, because you have to eat.
So, Doc, we have quite a number of questions that I read out earlier. I want to put everything together. Okay, before we do that, someone asked a question about reading Bible too much, whether one can be addicted to it. They just want to know if they.
I guess this show is about anybody can speak about anything.
Yes, exactly.
And say, am I addicted to it?
Is that a thing? Is that possible?
We can go on and on.
Yeah.
We can definitely go on and on.
Yes, we can.
I'm still going to say the same thing, and I'm saying for everybody who says any other thing that they can possibly be addicted to. So I'm answering everybody's question at once.
At once, yes.
I'm answering everybody's question at once. Whatever you are doing, even if it's harmless at some point, reading the Bible is completely harmless, obviously. You're reading the Bible probably to have a better relationship with the God that you serve. So I feel that, yes, you're reading the Bible and you read it regularly. That's good. It's not affecting you. Probably at some point you're getting knowledge from the Bible that helps you in personal relationships, in your dealings with other people. But someone who now reads the Bible and you cannot stop talking about the Bible, you cannot stop talking about what you read from the Bible. Other people are talking about probably problem A, and you are saying the solution to that problem A is Bible, and without looking at other possible solutions that are right there in front of you, everything you're quoting the Bible, you are sticking it, you are making it quite annoying to others. Your relationship with people, you're talking about it. Family, you're talking about it. Work, you're talking about it. Other general activities, you're talking about it. It becomes every part of you. 24 hours a day, you're spending all your time. You are not bathing, you're not sleeping, you're not eating, you're not doing other regular things. Then it's becoming a problem. This is not to say that reading the Bible is bad. I never said that. But obviously, there are other things that you need to do. Life is something that is that has there's more to life. You cannot be monotonous. You cannot stick to one particular thing. Stick to one particular thing, it then becomes and other people start to see it. When you have a script you're watching, then you should I say one who has an idea almost about everything. And so one thing doesn't just become your life or the extent of what you believe in,
right,
so to speak.
Dr. TM, let's go into treatment. I have other things that people have talked about. I bite my cheek. Am I addicted? I listen to radio nonstop. Am I addicted? I masturbate. Am I addicted? You've addressed all of those things. Now let's talk treatment. Is this the same as where you have said how people can, notice whether they're addicted? Is treatment the same way? Do we have treatment, one single treatment for all kinds of addictions? What can people do once they now can define with what you have explained? People can now define whether they are addicted or not. I believe they should be able to define that now. But what's next for them? What should be their next step?
Okay, so I guess thank you for that question. I guess last week's show, we talked about signs or features of someone who might be addicted.
Right.
We know that, and so
right, network. Hopefully we would get him back. Why now, network? Why now?
I think we should understand what it is, so that we can be able to know how best to go for treatment or seek treatment. So the first thing I would like to mention is that treatment is quite difficult.
Dr. TM, we are losing you gradually.
So
we're losing you gradually. I think it's a network. It's a network, the internet. That's what's happening.
Yeah, the networks. I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you now. Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, so I was saying that treatment is quite difficult because a lot of people do not seek treatment on time. It's estimated that about 1 in 10 people seek treatment for gambling, and I guess that's the same for many other addictions. What have you? Psychoactive substances and video games and internet. Everybody seems to be in some sort of denial. Everybody seems to say that there's nothing wrong with me. It's a song we hear in Yaba left when you there's nothing wrong with me. Why did they bring me here? So that's the reason why a lot of people will not seek treatment, especially if it's a psychiatric facility
Right.
that they are coming to. So nobody will want to come to a psychiatric facility and see a psychiatrist. But I think that recognizing the symptoms on time is very important, and which we've talked about earlier. And the treatment is usually psychological. Psychological meaning there will be a lot of counseling and therapy, talking therapy, so to speak, so that the individual can be helped to see the problems that gambling is causing for them, understand what it is and how it has affected them. Then usually a person who is addicted to gambling or any other substance, or I'm just trying to be a lot general, maybe because gambling to be more in my head now, but anybody who is addicted tends to have a thought process that leads to the eventual use of whatever it is or involvement in whatever it is. So there's a thought process that goes or that is occurs. And so the idea of therapy is to help that person identify the thought process and find a way to intercept at some point. Okay, this is the way I think. This is the way my brain wires when I'm about to go gambling or go use a psychoactive substance. Okay, this is how it is. Okay, I need to do this. I need to come in at this point. I need to stop this. I need to do this. I need to do that. So other things could be cognitive distortion. When I say cognitive distortion, meaning how a person thinks. So there are certain things that people say or recount as reasons why they smoke or reasons why they gamble or drink alcohol. Some say because they want to improve their self-esteem, their self-confidence. They are not they're very shy around ladies. They want to, get that steez, so to speak. And so those thought processes, we talk about them through therapy. Okay, this is how you feel. Your self-esteem is bad, or you feel this way, or it's poor rather. So this is how you can improve your self-esteem rather than resorting to smoking or gambling to get money to impress a lady. Whatever, everybody has their own reason for involvement in many of these things. In very severe cases, medications may come in handy. There are people who have really big problems with something we call impulse. So they have impulsive disorders.
Okay.
So the problem is they just act on impulse. Sometimes some medications actually help with that, usually in severe cases. In addition to the therapy I was talking about, there's something we call Gamblers Anonymous. So we are very conversant with Alcoholics Anonymous. That's AA.
Yeah.
So we have something like that. So it's just a form of group therapy where people gather and come together.
Do you have the link to Gamblers Anonymous? Do you have any link to that group or groups? If you do, I would please implore you to help us share it for people listening right now.
Yes, definitely. It's something I have in mind. I will. I'll do that towards the end of the show.
Fantastic.
So it's just a form of reinforcing some of the strategies that one has in mind to quit, so to speak. So when you see other people who are going through the same things that you are going through, whether it is you are dependent on alcohol, you're smoking, or you're addicted to certain drugs, illicit drugs, or gambling, you see people who are going through the same thing, some who are doing a lot better than you, some who are doing worse than you. You learn from others, you learn from their experiences, they recount their experiences, how they've been able to tackle some of the problems they've had, their success stories, they recount all of this, and then you learn from it. We find that it's a very good measure or a good treatment option for a lot of people who are addicted to what have you. So peer support groups, even self-help, the whole idea is just to prevent relapse. So a lot of people who have quit and want to maintain that abstinence, that sobriety, they will be able to learn from others and interact with others. Not only that, assertiveness meaning that people who are introduced into some of these activities because of peer pressure, because friends in school, colleagues at work are doing the same thing, you find a way of saying no to whatever it is that they're trying to involve you into. So it's just also a form of therapy that helps such individuals.
Right. Dr. Tochukwu, we need to begin to wrap up now. I'd like for you to, if you can, give us the contact of Gamblers Anonymous or any anonymous groups that you have to help those who are dealing with one situation or the other?
Oh, okay. So I was thinking I would have done that much later because I don't have it now.
Oh, we're almost done. Dr. TM, we have about 3 minutes left on the show.
3 minutes.
Okay. How about we do this? If it's going to take time, how about we do this? Let's give out your own social media handles.
Exactly,
then
yes.
people can now reach out to you directly. They can DM you. Then you can support them in whichever way that you want to support them. Please go ahead and share your social media handles.
Okay, so my social media handle is that's A with a circle, dr.tm in small letters _ the medical truth. That's my Instagram handle.
Instagram, okay.
Yes. So if you have any issues, problems, gambling, I also forgot to mention that family therapy too has a role to play in individuals who gamble, family relationship, families who encourage the habit can be talked to about it. So if you have any issues, you're addicted to what have you, that's my social media handle. You can contact me. I will try to help in any way I can. If I have to refer you, if I have to send you to a particular facility, or better still, you can always come to our facility. We are always there.
Is it true that people can just be walking by your facility and then you hear gbas and you'll be like, what's going on? What did I do to you? Because people have that fear about Yaba left, like they don't want to go there. Let someone not come and just attack them.
It's not as bad as that. Trust me, it's not as bad as that.
Dr. Tochukwu Macaulay, thank you so much for joining us on Health Thursday this week, back to back, 2 weeks. We appreciate your time, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you so much.
Right. Lagos, that's where we wrap it up today. Thank you all for being a part of Health Thursday. You heard his social media handle. Let me see if I can repeat it for those who didn't get it, because I know that I would get messages in my inbox to share his social media handle again. He's on Instagram at Dr.TM _ the medical truth. That's at Dr.TM _ the medical truth, all in one word and in small caps. That's how you can locate him on Instagram. Then you can DM him if you need help or you require help for someone close to you. Lagos, thank you for being a part of Health Thursday. Tomorrow is Open Mic Friday, by the way. And do not forget that on Open Mic Friday, what we do is just allow you to talk about issues and events that you couldn't get to talk about during the course of the week, also to give us feedback on some of the things that we do here on Nigeria Info. And please do not forget that the semi-finals of the I Beg to Differ student debate competition is starting today. It's just one day for semi-final, right? So we're going to have that today at 4 p.m. I'm Sheriff Quadry on TikTok, Quadry Sheriff on Instagram. Many thanks to Zainab Yakin for producing this show. Abatin Salam, thank you for streaming it. Morning to you.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info.